The Guardian has a preview of a new book that's coming out about the Trump administration, in which former chief strategist Steve Bannon gives an unvarnished opinion of the June 2016 Trump Tower meeting between Russians and Donald Trump Jr., Jared Kushner and Paul Manafort. Bannon told author Michael Wolff that even if you thought that this was not treasonous or unpatriotic or bad expletive, and I happen to think that it's all of that, you should have called the FBI immediately. Bannon went on. Wolff writes to say that if any such meeting had to take place, it should have been set up in a Holiday Inn in Manchester, New Hampshire, with your lawyers who meet with these people. Bannon added, you never see it, you never know it, because you don't need to, but that's the brain trust that they had. Bannon also told Wolff about the investigation, quote, they're going to crack Don Jr. like an egg on national television. Shannon, this has literally just come out. I think it was The Guardian got the excerpt of the book. They're running these excerpts. Steve Bannon talking like this about the president's family to a reporter, and he knows this is going to get published in a book. How does Trump reconcile this?
Well, I mean, any idea that Trump and Bannon were working together, I think that idea is quickly dissipating. It has been, as we saw with Roy Moore in Alabama. I mean, he was attacking Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law, throughout the White House. So Steve Bannon is not a friend of President Trump. Steve Bannon is for himself, for his movement, for his ideologies. He is not a single loyalty to President Trump or President Trump's family at all. And so, I mean, I think that's going to become increasingly clear. Steve Bannon is for himself, for his movement, for his ideologies. He is not a loyalist to President Trump.
You know, this meeting that Bannon's talking about here took place before Bannon himself came to the campaign, which was in August. He has not been shy in suggesting that the campaign was sort of off the rails before he got there. Once entering the White House, he and Jared Kushner, you know, was infamous. There's a lot of infighting there between those two camps, which is part of the reason why when soon after John Kelly came to the White House, Steve Bannon was no longer in it. But to your point, it's exactly right. But yet, in the contradiction of Trump still does talk to Steve Bannon.
Right.
You know, they still do consult on political advice. You know, they're not perhaps as tight as they used to be, but in Trump world, you're rarely out of it, even after something like this.
Yeah, and by the way, Michael Wolff will be joining Morning Joe next Monday, so we'll get more on the book on that. Up next, investors seem to be shaking off the geopolitical drama that comes from the president's Twitter feed. We'll tell you what's driving the markets this morning. Keep it on Morning Joe.